have never known there to be a thrifting scene like there is in Paris. No, I'm basically just giving my ultimate guide, you know.
Just the ultimate guide.
Excuse me, could you just tell me what you're wearing, please?
Yeah, and this outfit was actually entirely thrifted. I got this from Kilo Shop, I want to say.
This whole shop's a rip-off. You heard it here first.
Hello. It is currently 11:11. Oh my god, it's 11:11. Everyone make a wish. Okay, wish has been wished. As I was saying, it is 11 o'clock in the evening and I am feeling kind of manic, which is what I'm filming right now. I don't know, I just have a lot of energy to film right now, which is kind of weird, but I don't know, here we are. I thought it would be a fun idea to give you guys kind of a guide on thrifting in Paris. If you've been watching me for a while, I don't know, or even if you haven't, whatever, you're gonna find out. Most of my wardrobe, I would say like 90% of it is sustainably sourced. By sustainably sourced, I mean thrifted. This was a lot harder when I used to live in London because thrifting in London is absolutely just extortionate. The prices are through the roof. Charity shopping was a lot more accessible and a lot cheaper. However, I have never known there to be a thrifting scene like there is in Paris. Genuinely, wow. So Paris has 20 arrondissements. Basically, I'm just going to talk you through each of the thrift stores, what I like about them, what I don't like about them, and show you guys some of my favourite things that I've thrifted from each of them. There's a lot when it comes to thrifting in Paris. I feel like it can be quite overwhelming. You've got Le Marais, which has like Thrift, Kilo Shop, it's got a Marais now, Hippie market, and lots of like very cute small ones just kind of dotted around Le Marais as well. And then you have like Barbès, which has like the Marais. And then you have thrifting events like Brittany market, which can happen anywhere across Paris. And then you have online thrifting, which I didn't realise, but Vinted is huge in France, in Europe even. I mean, in the UK, Vinted really wasn't a big thing. It was mainly depop, which has now just become so overpriced. And like, there are depop girlies out there selling like their old primary school dresses for like half of my student loan, which I don't understand. I literally saw a brownies uniform t-shirt on there the other day for like 30 quid or something. So yeah, I'm not really a fan of Depop anymore, but wow, since moving to Paris, Vinted is incredible. So I'm also going to talk through Vinted, how I use it, because it can be quite hard to find things on there if you don't know what you're looking for. So I'm going to talk through Vinted, my favourite brands to search, how I find things, and then show you my favourite purchases from Vinted as well, and how I style them. So basically there's a lot there's a lot going on, there's a lot to talk about. So let's just talk about Le Marais first. If you're looking for a fun day of thrifting, like a thrifting day out, Le Marais is probably like your most convenient option because the area is so nice. I mean, it's the gay area, so obviously it's the best area. You have all of the thrift shops very, very close to each other, and you have lots of cute little cafes and things that you can stop for lunch as well, like in between, because, you know, thrifting is tiring. I mean, it's literally a sport. It takes so much energy, so that's why I love going for like a thrifting day in Le Marais. Oh, that rhymes. We're gonna start strong with Thrift, which I've been pronouncing wrong for the longest time. I would always say, like in first year in my videos, I'd always say like Thrift. I just got this in Thrift. But it's actually Thrift because it's based off the word friperie, friperie, friperie. I never know like if I'm saying it right, but that's thrift shop in French. So there's a few Thrift styles in Le Marais. The one I go to the most often, basically split into two. It's the funniest thing because you have what you think is Thrift, but then you also have the other half of it across the road, and basically one of them is kind of more pricey than the other one, but they're both Thrift. So often what I'll do is I'll go into the cheaper section first, and that is usually very chaotic. The best times I have found to go thrifting are weekdays, either in the morning on a weekday or just the afternoon. I don't like going in the evening because a lot of the time it's a bit of a mess and like all the good stuff is kind of gone. I don't know. Sometimes you can be lucky though, but yeah, if you're gonna go to Thrift on a Saturday, good luck. You will need it because wow, that is chaos. It's so stressful. You literally can't move in there. Like, it's insane. It's just full of Gen Zs, like me included. I am a Gen Z. Just like trying to find all the Y2K stuff, like where is it? But when it's not really busy, like I said, there is a really, really good selection in there. They have a massive €1 bin. Like literally, it's huge. It's always really full as well. So if you can be bothered, you can really rummage through that. Can't be bothered to rummage through that. Everything else on that section section of the shop is literally between like 2 and 10 euros, but like most of the stuff is 5 euros. Everything you pick up will be 5 euros, whether it's a really cool like jumper or like a tiny little vest top, or like whether it's designer or not. Like I literally found my Christian Dior top in that part of Fruit Star and it was 5 euros. Oh, there's also a changing room in that bit, which is great. Once you found whatever you want, then you have to cross the road to go pay for it, which I'm always like, wow, they have such trust in us. Like people could just like run off with it so easily. But anyways, you have to cross the road to go to the other part of the shop to pay for it. Now this part of this particular Fruit Star is a bit more on the pricier side, but even though it's on the pricier side, it's still very reasonable. So you'll have stuff in there for like 10, 15, 20 euros. But I mean, for the stuff that's in there, like it's actually quite reasonable. So I found my Kappa gilet in there for 20 euros, which seems like a lot in terms of thrifting, you know, because normally I'll buy things for like 1 euro, 5 euro, but it was literally like brand new, so it was definitely fair for what it was. But they have more accessories in there, like bags, ties, hats. In the winter they had a massive box of gloves and scarves. The best thing about Fruit Star is the jackets, for sure. You can find so many nice jackets in there for like 5 euros. Thrifted so many. My pink blazer is one of my favourite things ever, and I got that in Fruit Star for 5 euros. My black pinstripe blazer I also got in Fruit Star, that was 10 euros. Another one of my absolute favourite things I've ever thrifted. And then literally half my wardrobe is just from the 1 euro bin, like not even joking. But yeah, to be fair, whenever I'm in Le Marais I head to Fruit Star first because I can rely on it the most, and also I can go in there knowing that I'm not going to spend all of my money, because you know, as a student it's hard, you have to budget, but you also still want to look nice and look cool. Also, if you're going thrifting in Le Marais, be prepared. It is always full of such peng people. Like you'll literally be walking around and everyone is so cool. Like everyone looks amazing, everyone has the best style, and it's just like wow. Like I went thrifting the other day, I looked disgusting. I was really hungover and I didn't have any makeup on. I was just not wearing a cool enough outfit, and I just was like wow, I'm sticking out like a sore thumb because everybody here looks literally incredible and is wearing the coolest things ever, and I'm just not cool. So normally I try to look nice when I go thrifting in the Marais, just in case, you know, just in case I meet the love of my life. So then next door to this Fruit Star, this is like my routine of what I do. Next door to this Fruit Star you have 2 kilo shops. First one is slightly small. It's kind of just one big room, and you kind of go up these little stairs and you have like loads of different things going on. It's very funky decor in there, which is quite nice. It's also much better organised than Fruit Star. Like it's actually like you have jeans around one thing like all together, and then you have like jumpers all together, and then you have like t-shirts all together, skirts all together. So that makes it a lot easier to navigate, whereas Fruit Star, it's literally just everything everywhere. So you kind of have to really just rummage, you know? And then the other kilo shop, which is a lot bigger, they have an upstairs and a downstairs. The upstairs is more for women and the downstairs is meant to be more for men, but obviously we love androgyny, so I just shop in both. I really like Kilo Shop, but I aim to only really buy things which are light, because Kilo Shop you pay by weight. I mean, it's in the name, of course. So they have different coloured tags, and each coloured tag basically is a different price for per kilogram. So I will aim to go for things with the cheapest colour tag. Also, I weigh it all before I buy it, obviously, to see how much it is. I love Kilo Shop in the summer because you can get really cute like skirts and like cute little vest tops and stuff like that, which isn't going to cost you too much because obviously they're really light. But in the winter I don't really go there. Like they have cool jackets in Kilo Shop, but like genuinely I wouldn't recommend buying jackets from there because it's going to cost you so much money, because they're obviously so heavy, and they have the exact same stuff in Fruit Star. I bought this pink coat in the €5 bin at Kilo Shop, but I didn't realise till after I bought it that it has this weird stain. Please be careful with that. Kilo Shop also has like quite a specific aesthetic to it. A lot of the stuff in there is very 70s, 80s kind of vibe. So if you're not really into that, I guess it wouldn't be for you. But I guess that's all very like in at the moment. So, but then I also feel like they don't really update their things according to trends, which is actually a good thing, I guess, because if we all just keep following trends, then that just like perpetuates this whole like, you know, fast fashion, pumping out things which are trendy and then like people throwing them away because they don't actually like it after like a year. At the moment, the downstairs has an amazing selection of waistcoats, which I'm loving at the moment, and ties as well. If you're looking for ties, I would go to Fruit Star though, because it's going to be cheaper. But yeah, I would say my favourite thing about Kilo Shop is the summer selection. Just the skirts are always amazing. Like I found so many cute ones in there.
I was thinking I need a touch up.
So another really interesting thing about Kilo Shop is that outside there is this guy who cuts hair, and we didn't notice at the time, but he actually used to be in a sitcom in the 90s. So he used to be kind of famous, and now he cuts hair on the streets of Paris. This one day when we were coming out of Kilo shop, he noticed Daisy and was like, oh my god, please can I cut your hair? And he has like this unique style of cutting hair apparently. The next thrift shop that you have in the Marais area is Hippie Market. Now honestly, I don't really have much to say about Hippie Market because I never go there, mainly because it's just too expensive for me. It's got cool stuff, but it's just all overpriced, so I tend to avoid it. Again, it's a very specific aesthetic in there too, like it's all very 70s, so if you're not really into that, it's hard to find something. There are really cool things in there, it's just, yeah, it's a bit more on the pricey side. So if you don't mind paying a bit more, then Hippie Market's great because they do have an amazing selection and it's very organised, similar to Kilo shop in the way it's organised. They've recently added a new really big Guérissol to Rue de Rivoli, which is just literally like in the same area as well. The Guérissols used to be mainly in the 18th, like around Barbès, which I will talk about, but now they have a new Guérissol near Le Marais, so that's great. So you can kind of add that to your little routine, your Marais routine. So this Guérissol is literally insane, like it's huge. It's all so cheap. As you're walking around the shop, they have lines up for like 10 euros, 5 euros, so it's really easy to see how much everything's gonna cost, and they update their stock like really like all the time because it's so popular. They have bins as well, which you can rummage through and find things for like €1 as well, which is great. It's got 3 floors. The ground floor is just everything, like there's a massive selection: shoes, accessories, bras, dresses, skirts, jackets, like everything. And then you go downstairs and that has books, which is really cool. You can get secondhand books. They had like funky different like boiler suits and stuff like that. Another really funny thing about Guérissol is there's always so many jackets from like workers. They have like the RATP logo on like loads of the jackets from like people who like work on the metro and stuff like that, and obviously you're just like throwing it out. But I always find that really funny. I'm like, whoa, RATP. What's also really good about the Marais is, like I said, there's loads of cool places to stop for lunch. So you have L'As du Falafel, which has the best falafel in Paris. Like literally it has a sign outside that says it. €7, but you get like a massive hitter with aubergine, salad, literally amazing. So you have that. And then you have my favourite boulangerie in Paris, Le Gay Choc, which has my favourite sandwich in Paris called the ventouse. Wow. Literally whenever me and my friends go thrifting, we'll always say, should we stop for a ventouse? Let's go get a ventouse. Honestly, the past couple times I've been, it's been sold out, which has really been heartbreaking. Honestly, just the best sandwich ever. Like I think you should all go to Le Gay Choc and get yourself a ventouse sandwich. And it also has, I think, the best croissants amandes in Paris too, which might be controversial. I don't know, let me know in the comments. But yeah, basically it's just the best boulangerie in Paris, and it's close to all the thrift shops, so you can stop there for lunch, and it's just amazing. So we've just talked about Guérissol, so I'm gonna move on to a different area of Paris, the 18th. The 18th arrondissement seems to have the biggest selection of Guérissols, I would say, that I've seen anyway. So there's lots of different ones. It's very similar to the one in Châtelet. I mean, they were there first as well, but they do have some that are like more catered to like women, and then they have some that are more catered to men. Yeah, you can kind of just go around all of them and then see whatever you like want, whether you prefer. I feel like I don't go to these as often just because from my flat it just seems like more of a trek, which just like, it's not even far. Like I live very central in Paris, so like nowhere is really far, but it just seems easier to me to go to the Marais because I can walk there in like 15 minutes and then have all the food around me and stuff. I do absolutely love Guérissol though, because you can just literally find everything in, and it will be cheap as well. Like you're never gonna spend more than like 10 quid on something in there. Right, and they've got like a really good like Y2K selection at the moment. Cargo skirts, low-waisted jeans, and like really cool like brands like Miss 60 and stuff like that. Obviously all thrift stores are hit or miss. Like I have gone into Guérissol a few times and it's just been rubbish. Most of the time I always come out with something. I also find that those Guérissols don't get as busy because the Marais is obviously like such a touristy area as well, so I feel like a lot of people will just naturally be like going into these thrift shops who are like on holiday. The Guérissols in the 18th, normally when I go, they're not overwhelmingly busy. So then aside from your classic like thrift shops in Paris, there's also thrifting events that go on. I think the most popular one is the Brittany market. I might buy it. It's been going on for a while town now. They hold like thrifting events like every few weeks in different locations. So I've been to the last couple. The first one I went to was in the 11th in like a massive, like warehouse. Basically, these events are really cool because they have like a DJ, you can get drinks, and then you have all the clothes, and then you also have like loads of different like small brands, just people selling like their own designs or like their own curated selection of clothes, which is really, really nice because it's like, you know, at least if you're buying something, the money's going to that person. So it's really cool. And then they also have like, they'll have like, you can get tooth gems and like tattoos and jewellery, piercings, like they have loads of different things going on. So it's like a really cool event, and there's always people who go are so cool, like literally so cool. I'll be looking around and I'm like, wow, everyone here is so cool. So that's what I really love about Brittany Market. It's just a really fun atmosphere, and the clothes there are absolutely insane. Like, it's so well curated. Brittany Market at the moment is just like a Y2K dream.
I'm like paparazzi to Caitlin. And it is just the back of your head. I'll get jersey. Here we have a thrifter in the wild.
Oh wow. Literally just bought a top from this brand. Zanika, very cool.
What are you thinking about?
What am I thinking about? What do you mean, what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about how I'm really, really hot. I'm really, really sweaty. And I really just want to find something nice on the wall, but this is all very stressful.
Make sure you put some sad music on. Little violins.
That's so cool. Oh my god.
What are you thinking about?
Whether I'd look like a bin bag in this dress. I've seen a lot of this brand, Jennifer. Jennifer, yeah, me too. Chic and trash. Okay, only girl.
Oh, wooden clogs. About this bag.
Are incredible.
This is really just gonna be 30 minutes of like the side of your head, just your hair, and then you go, wow, this is so cool.
The only thing about it, it is really, really spenny. Like, it's on the pricey side for sure. Like, mesh tops will be like 30 euros, like sometimes even more. You can find things that are like 10 euros, 15 euros, but it's just, you're not gonna find that too easily. But they do have really cool branded stuff, designer stuff, like, just like I said, everything I saw, I was like, if I was rich, I would buy all of it. But I tend to use Brittany Market more for inspiration. Like, I do like to go. I'll normally just be like keeping a note of the brands of the stuff that I'm seeing to then search for later on Vinted, which I'm going to talk about, because a lot of the stuff that I've seen at Brittany Market, I have found the exact same thing on Vinted for like £5. So I love Brittany Market for inspiration, but I've never bought anything from there just because it is really expensive. Every time I go, I'm always like, you know what, if I see something and I really like fall in love with it and I really, really love it, then I'll buy it, I'll treat myself. I am really careful with, you know, buying things. I like to make sure that I'm actually like, you know, really, really like it and I'm actually gonna wear it, especially when it's costing me more. And then the last Brittany Market I went to was on a boat by the Eiffel Tower.
Hello, so we're at Brittany Market, Val de la Marine. I feel like this is very close to my face. Yeah. Oh. No.
I found the most amazing pair of boots. Like, they were Le Freak, I'm pretty sure was the brand. I've had a look online on Vinted and they're still really expensive on Vinted, to be fair. I literally love them so much. They were 80 quid though, so like I was like, I haven't got the facilities for that one. Like, I can't just drop 80 quid on a pair of boots. Another staple thrift shop in Paris, which is really just up here on the pricing scale, like it's very, very spenny compared to all of the other ones I've mentioned, is Snow Bunny. Snow Bunny is in the Marais as well, and it's basically all designer. Like, you go in and there's like Moschino, Dolce & Gabbana, Fendi, Dior, like it's all designer. Everything in there is so nice and it's so beautifully curated, and like the shop itself is really cool and it's not too big, and you're only allowed 5 people in there max, so that makes it like a very peaceful shopping experience because there's only 5 people allowed in at one time. But it is really expensive. They had a Moschino set in there and it was 400 euros, so that's the kind of thing that's going on in there. They do have stuff in there for like 30 euros, 50 euros, so that will be like a top. There was a really, really nice top in there that I liked the other day that was like pink and said Rebel on it. It's been in there like the last few times I've gone, but it's 50 euros and I'm just like, why is it 50 euros? So I've never actually bought anything from Snow Bunny, but maybe I will one day as a treat, I don't know. Like if I'm looking for something specific, like a dress, because to be fair, I went in the other day to find something for my end of year ball, but I couldn't find anything. Like, that was a really nice dress, but it just 60 euros and I was like, not a dress, no, I don't know. I'd say it's really, really great for inspiration. Snow Bunny and Brittany Market are amazing for inspiration because it's so well curated, really, really nice things. You can see different brands and like, yeah, and just like, you know, for your Pinterest board, for your mental Pinterest board, it's great. And there's also a really cute cafe next door to Snow Bunny, and me, Loz and Jess, when we went the other day, it doesn't open till 1:30, so we went to the cafe and had an espresso whilst we waited for it. So yeah, you have like multiple cafes on that street with Snow Bunny as well. So now I want to talk about Vinted. So as I said before, Vinted, you can find things that you see at Brittany Market or any of the thrift shops, like the expensive ones like Snow Bunny, for a lot cheaper, I think, if you know what you're looking for. The best brands to search for on Vinted, I'm gonna just put them all on the screen right now. If you search for these brands, you're gonna see a lot of really cool Y2K 90s kind of stuff. So when I'm on Vinted, I will always search all of these brands and then put my size in so it narrows it all down. And then I'll be scrolling and I'll literally find so many things like €2, €3, like so cheap. And also you can give offers to the seller as well. If something's like €6, you could say, would you do €4? And then they'll say, oh, I can do 5, and then you've bagged yourself a t-shirt for €5. And normally I'll just go on the app, I'll type in Miss 60, for example, which is a brand I've been loving, or Miss JNY, scroll and find stuff. I thrifted my JNY denim skirt from Vinted, love it, wear it all the time. I thrifted their JNY as well, my green Pantacore trousers, like the cropped ones, love them too. I thrifted my Zanika alternate top from them, which I love. Zanika are my favourite brands to search for on Vinted because all of it's so nice.
And if you remember from earlier, I actually found a top by Zanika at Brittany Market, which was very expensive there.
I found my like iridescent top, which is originally like its old label Pimki. That was on Vinted as well, like €5. Like I found the most beautiful pieces of clothing on Vinted for less than €10. You can actually follow brands on Vinted as well, so then when you're on your homepage, like they'll recommend you stuff under that brand, which is great. But after you've been using the app for a while, the algorithm really gets to know what you like, so we'll start recommending you stuff like that, which is really helpful. But one of the brands that was really, really popular at Brittany Market was Jennifer with a Y. A lot of the stuff seemed to be by that brand, and it was all really, really amazing stuff. Honestly, I should be gatekeeping this, like everyone's just gonna be buying everything now. What am I doing? Cop Copine was everywhere, and I've even started seeing like Cop Copine on Depop being sold for like so much money when it's still on Vinted for like really, really cheap. Yeah, so at the top, as you can see, I have my favorites. I'll normally just like favorite everything that I see them that like catches my eye, even if I'm like not gonna buy it, because I think that helps the algorithm as well with like what you want to be recommended. So as you can see here, like a lot of it is also cheap, like €12, €8. Oh, that's sold. That's so annoying. I hate that because I'm like, oh, I actually kind of wanted to buy that. Like €7 as well. Anyways, I Am Gia, that's €15. That's a bit expensive, but you know. And they're like, I do favourite expensive things, but then I don't normally buy them. Like these Destroy shoes. Oh my god. What? Like they are so cool. If I had the money, I'd buy them. Yeah, these is some more like Cop Copine here. That's quite expensive for Cop Copine though, €47. Like that is, I wouldn't pay that for Cop Copine. But Miss 60, this dress, €15, not too bad. This top, I actually think I'm gonna buy. I also really want to buy this Miss 60, this like brown top, €27 as well. Cash. Love Cash. Zanika, Miss 60. This dress from Zanika, so cute. I love these crop trousers from Cop Copy, and they're only €3 as well. These boots are like the boots that were at Brittany Market. See, Le Freak. €200 though, so I'm not gonna buy them, but I've just favorited them anyway. This skirt's so cute. But, I mean, it was €30, so I'm glad I didn't buy it. This Gap vest is so cute, €5. These trousers by Zanika, €3. Small Miss 60. Oh, an Eastpak bag that I really want to buy. Christian Lacroix, another good brand to search. €5 for that skirt. It's also a kid skirt. That's another one of my favorite things still Vinted, is if you're looking for like baby tees, search in the kids section. So I've favorited vest from the boys section, as you can see here. I favorited a Cars vest because I don't know, I thought it was kind of fun. They'll normally fit like quite tight fitted, which is fun. And then these are some like girls vests, and then these are some like Air Trainers because I kind of want them, but I don't know if I can be bothered to buy them. Annie Loose is another cool brand to search for. This top, €5, cute. Anti-Flirt is another cute brand to search for. That's a bit spenny though. Cash again, love this skirt. Morgan's a really great brand, like Morgan Tois. Pimgi, I don't know how you say that, Pimgi. They have really cool like abstract stuff, so I favorited a lot of stuff from them. As you can see, like this skirt, €8. It's like midi, very 90s, very Y2K, love it. See, like this cargo skirt as well. Biche de Berre, another really cool brand to search for. And yeah, so that's everything in my favorited, so you can see the kind of thing that you can find. And then now on my homepage, like as you can see here, it's showing the brands that I like to buy for and that I follow, like Zanika. And then this is just more really recommended stuff. Oh, I love this top. That's so cool. €14, bit more on the pricier side, but I'm gonna favorite it anyway. Ooh, this is a fun like gold top, metallic. Do you guys remember when what's her name, Saffron Barker, do you guys remember that video when she, like back in the day, she bought like a top that said Metallica on it, like the band. She just went, it's got this really cool like metallic writing on it. Everyone was just like, what? I miss like watching YouTube as like a child. I don't know, it was just like such a bizarre, weird time in life. So yeah, I think you can see why I love Vinted so much. I hope you guys found this helpful. Let me know if you did. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment if you did. I literally love reading the comments. It just makes my day and it just fills me with serotonin. I love it. So thank you so much for being here, for watching. Let me know if you try out the thrift shops. Let me know your favourite thrift shop in Paris if you live here and you have one. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. I promise. I say this all the time, I'm like, I'm gonna upload more, and then I just don't. But I'm actually trying. I'm actually really trying. So, yes. Love you guys. And I'll see you soon. Bye! Hello? Oh my god, come in. I'm just filming a video right now.
Is the camera on?
It is.
Hi, camera. Ça va? My sweaty face. Ooh, get a bit over that. Right, action.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi. Cut. Hi.
These trousers were like £3
Oh my god, no way.
Crazy, right?
See, I also just realised I forgot to ask, what are you wearing? I just went straight in with it. Whap. What does that mean, Lauren?
We're all purple. What is your ultimate guide? Because what if I contest it? And Honey Bunny, or whatever it's called. What's it called?
Snow Bunny, yes.
Yeah.
Snow Bunny. See, she knows. And I'm going to include footage of me at the thrift shop.
What?
AKA me, you and Jess.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You should do that thing, you know, when it's like you drag to it and you click it and it goes. Can we make a theme tune for this episode right now? Okay. Thrifted in Paris. Cut.
T'écrirai de temps en temps. Toi tu m'enverras mon Cédric.